Hemming a chiffon, satin, or cotton square or scarf. Sewing Louise McAdam, sewinglouisemcadam@gmail.com. Questions? Contact me. Today I am hemming a chiffon square. I'm using the same method as in the video, hemming chiffon on a wedding dress. The only change is in how to do the corners. The method works equally well for satin, cotton, and other similar, silk for instance, light to medium weight fabrics. See the hint at the end for handling the corners when sewing cotton. Step 1. Cut the chiffon to the desired size plus 2 inches or 5 centimeters extra, both lengthwise and widthwise. I have cut this piece 24 inches or 61 centimeters square. Step 2. Fold over each side 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters and press, making a crease. This crease marks the final size of the square. In this case, the final size is 22 inches or 56 centimeters square. Note, this is the wrong side of the fabric. Step 3. Sewing the first round of stitching. Turn the square over so that the good side or the right side is facing up. I have placed a pin to mark the iron crease or the first fold. Turn under the hem allowance, forming a second fold, 1/8 of an inch to 3/16 of an inch or 3 to 5 millimeters to the right of the crease or the first fold. I have marked the second fold with a green pin. The green pin also marks the location of the first row of stitching. Begin sewing at the edge of the fabric. Stitch close to the edge along this second fold. Form the second fold as you sew, finger pressing it as you go. Here you can see the first row of stitching behind the presser foot, with the pressed crease just below. Stitch to the end of the fabric. Begin the second side at the edge of the fabric, forming the second fold to the right of the crease in the same way as you did for the first side. Sew across the previous line of stitching. It looks like this as it comes out of the presser foot. Complete sides 2, 3, and 4 in the same way. This shows a corner of the completed first round of stitching, right side up, and this shows a corner on the wrong side. Step 4. Cutting off the excess hem allowance. With the wrong side up, I have placed a pin in the lower right corner going through the chiffon into my padded table. A second pin holds the lower left corner across from the right corner. In this manner, one side of the square is held taut so as to easily trim off the seam allowance. Sliding my hand under the taut side and using sharp, long-bladed scissors, I cut close to the stitching. It should look like this. The fabric is cut away and you can just see the crease. Trim all 4 sides in this way. Step 5. Pinning the corners. Hold the corner this way, here shown wrong side up. Fold over the right side using the crease as the fold point. Fold over the left side in the same way. Tuck in any stray threads. On the right side, insert a long pin from the underside. Going diagonally across the corner, insert the pin into the left side. Do the same on each remaining corner. Step 6. Sewing the second round of stitching. The pink pin marks the starting point for sewing along one side rather than beginning at a corner. Begin sewing. There is no need to backstitch. Stitch close to the left side of the hem using a medium long stitch. As you sew, fold over the hem using the crease as the folding point. Checking behind the presser foot, it should look like this. As you approach the corner, stitch slowly using the hand wheel to make the stitches. Use the pin as a handle to help maneuver the corner of the square as you sew. Stitch right to the very end, making an extra stitch to secure the corner. Lift the presser foot. Rotate the fabric 180 degrees. Lower the presser foot. Take 2 or 3 stitches as needed. Again, using the pin as a handle to ease the fabric through. Again, lift the foot. Rotate the fabric 90 degrees. Let the foot down and begin sewing the second side. Use the hand wheel to stitch slowly and use the pin as a handle to help ease the fabric through. The corners will look more or less like this on the wrong side and like this on the right side. Complete sewing sides 2, 3, and 4 to complete the second row of stitching all around. Meet up to the point where you began, stitching over the first few stitches and then backstitch. Step 7. Press the hem area to smooth it out and to set the fabric and the crease. A view of the final hem and corner with the hem width of 1/8 to 3/16 inch or 3 to 5 millimeters. The finished square at 22 inches or 56 centimeters. Samples: chiffon, satin, and cotton, hemmed in the same manner. Hint: when working with cotton, it helps to moisten the raw edges of the corner with a couple of drops of water dabbed on with a finger to help tuck in the thread ends in place when pinning the corners. Satin, cotton, and chiffon samples from left to right. Good luck! Any questions? Email me at sewinglouisemcadam@gmail.com.